Hey again, it's Life here. I'm trying to get better about this whole streaming thing, Excuse the mess. It's designed to be a little messy, to be raw with my content creation. I know a lot of people aren't really like that these days. They come up with a full script and they have a whole team, and I just want to share myself with the world and the way my brain thinks and where I've been going. And so, I appreciate y'all for sticking along with the journey. Of course, I'd love for this to be smooth and pretty and, a whole studio, but we're going to work with what we got to work with because, like, why? Why make it harder when it can just be easy? There's a lot of hard things going on in the world. And so I think what was really cool is I got a lot of feedback on my Arduino. Have I been pwned? API setup. So my next video, I've ordered some more servos, so I'm gonna really like build it out so that we can keep scaling and iterating upon the prototype. And I think for that, I'm gonna pull everything into the same computer, and that way we can work on it together. Like, I think that would be cool, like kind of like a co-working night where I'll just kind of stream for who knows how long it'll go on for, maybe an hour, maybe more, but right now I've been trying to play with like 30-minute sessions. So today what I wanted to do was dive into some recent news about a ransomware breach with a bank called Patelco Credit Union. So yes, I am a customer of Patelco Credit Union. I lived in California for a long time, and that's where they're based. I have been slowly moving my money out over the last few years now that I'm not living there. However, I did still have some money in there, let's say like $1,000 or so, and I did have a payment go to that bank the same day as the ransomware, which I have not been able to access. So let's dive into this, and so we can get kind of a better idea of what's going on and how you can prepare yourself so that if your bank experiences ransomware, you're still able to continue living in this world that we live in. So, all right, if I turn on the browser, I'll make my picture. Oh, wait. I want my picture to go smaller. Come over like this, and then we turn the browser on. You've just added browser source. Okay. Let's do display capture. Okay. So, Patelco Credit Union, a lot has happened. They've made a class action lawsuit in the past 24 hours, let's say. Let's see what's happening. So, California has really high privacy laws. Maybe we should start there. So, I like going to Gemini, but we could just do Google, like, what are California's digital privacy laws? So a lot of what Patelco is doing, of course, is within the laws of California. So, okay, internet, can we work a little bit right now? I don't know what's going on. The law requires operators of commercial websites and online services that collect personal information on California residents through a website to conspicuously post a privacy policy on the site and to comply with the policy. Okay. California Digital Protection Act. I just want like the top 5 bullets. You know what I mean? It's available to an individual to control. So yeah, basically, Californians can opt in or out of more data collection than other people in America with different states. It is very similar to the European GDPR, where people can opt in instead of having to opt out of having their data taken. They get to opt in to whether they get their data taken. So I think that's a big difference in kind of like the user experience of how data is collected and transferred. But right here with this lawsuit is they're saying that like people's personal information has been breached, and patelco hasn't really told us about that. All they've really done, let's go to what patelco said. Yeah, failed to maintain appropriate. So they're saying that like patelco needed to have better precautions in place to prevent this from happening. So yeah, they were negligent with customer information. The lawsuit seeks an court order mandating the company enhance and maintain better data security. And secondly, that damages be awarded for injuries to patelco customers, including identity theft. So that's a big deal. That means credit monitoring. That means other damages could be, my rent is due on the first of the month. My rent wasn't able to be paid because I pay in cash, or I pay via Venmo, or I pay through a wire transfer that wasn't able to go through, and now I'm at risk of being evicted, or I have a lot of late fees on my credit cards and stuff. So we've just been, I'm right here with Don Adams from San Leandro. Like, bro, we just been waiting. I was very excited about this payment coming through, and every day I've tried to log into the app, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is what it says. It says online banking is temporarily unavailable. Mind you, there's a sad face, which could be what the hackers are doing. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties, and we're working to resolve this as soon as possible. So, and then the day before this popped up, with the suing is happening, have a daily withdrawal limits for $2,500 for debit card transactions with a signature, or $500 for debit transactions, or $500 from an ATM. So I did try going to an ATM. Mind you, I've been trying to get out of this bank a little bit in the last few years, so I haven't used the ATM. I've been doing all of my money transfers digitally with this bank, and I don't know if I forgot my PIN or it is just not working because I'm in another state. ATM wasn't working for me, phone's not working for me, so I'm just one of those people who's gonna have to sit it out and see how I'm gonna get paid at the end of this. But what I wanted to find out was like, what the heck happened? How did a hacker get into the system? Panic at Costco. Okay, that's another thing. Let's go back to patelco credit union security breach. They have their own website, of course, so they are able to update their own website and their own banking system. They said that they've stabilized the network, but it's still not available for customers to get into. Here, we'll go straight from the CEO's voice himself. CEO update. So this was yesterday. They're trying to listen to us. They know that they screwed up. So expect to make 50% progress on this by tomorrow. So the infrastructure stable, positive towards final goals, getting back to business, working around the clock to catch up, which precedes the transactions, recording. So it looks like now they're going into the back end of whatever were kind of these automatic transfers and wirings of money, so that your bank itself can be up and running. Mind you, this is a really long time for a ransomware. And what they haven't said is if they paid their ransomware. So one of the things about in cybersecurity on an international kind of debate stage is whether people should be paying for ransomwares or not. If you pay the ransomware, you're automatically keeping the ransomware business together. You know what I mean? So let's see. How much money was in ransomware industry? Or how much do they make? Let's see what. It's a $1.1 billion last year alone. They doubled their money in 1 year from $567 million to over $1 billion. People are paying ransomwares, and usually they don't really even tell their customers. The fact that Patelco has makes me think that they didn't want to pay it, and they're also abiding by the California privacy protection laws. Interesting. So limited functionality branches, call centers, live chats, debit card transactions, credit card transactions. So ATMs are working, wiring checks is working, external. So maybe we can make it work. We'll see what happens. Okay, so all direct deposits will go to your account, access funds. So I'm curious to know kind of the details. Did Patelco have a ransomware? That's another thing. So cybersecurity insurance will, for banks experiencing ransomware. Yeah, so there's cybersecurity insurance that will pay this. That's what they're not telling us. Like, how did the breach happen? What were the steps? Like, who did it, first of all? What were the steps they took? And what have they done to restore the system? They mentioned that they hired an outside security firm who I know crowdsource is local to the Bay Area where, Patelco is close to. They're trying to reassure us that everything's safe. A leading third-party firm. So who? Anyways, one thing I've learned, not at this time. You can't see what's been going on. I think that there's how many times, statistically, how many times does a person check their bank? Statistically, once per week. 30% monitor their accounts once per week. 36% monitor their checking accounts every day. 30% monitor once per week. I know people been trying to get in. I know that's special, right? Nope, not available. Fast pay. Will the checks clear? Yes, they will clear. Okay. Process as usual. So their ATMs are working. This is kind of a big deal, guys. Like, that's really why I wanted to bring that to your attention. They've done a lot of work. You could probably guess that, like, people haven't been sleeping. They're trying to give updates every day. So the truth is, hackers have been through the roof. So many hackers have been successful in breaches in the last 6 months. Let's be real. Like, the amount of breaches has skyrocketed. Let's see. Cyber security breaches in 2024 compared to 2023. Threat report, should we do that one? From CrowdStrike. USA report, security breach survey, got help from the UK. Cobalt Labs, Verizon. Let's see what Verizon has to say. Oh, you gotta download it. Okay. Top takeaways. 14% of breaches involved in exploitation vulnerabilities as initial access setup, almost triple the amount from last year's report. Vulnerabilities are tripled. Breaches involve non-malicious human element, like a human falling victim to a social engineering attack. 68%. Financially motivated involved ransomware. A median loss of $46,000. Bro, patelco lost a lot more than $46,000. I think it's going to take a long time for them to earn the trust back from their customers. I know I'm personally leaving the bank as soon as I can get my money in there. It's going somewhere else. You know, they lost a lot of money with this experience, and they probably had to pay these people to fix it. The incident response team alone, ooh, I know if I was doing that, I would probably be working more than I'm sleeping, more than I'm doing anything else. And that's going to cost you, okay? Because my peace is my main thing over money, right? The breach involved a third party or supplier, such as software supply chain, 15%. So yeah, I wonder how the hackers got in, who it was it a hacking or ransomware as a service? Was it? My gut is telling me patelco hired CrowdStrike, but we'll have to see about that. Download the report. So, look, there were 34 new adversaries. I think what's really important to take away from all this, because I'm about to wrap up for y'all. Let me go back to here. Hi. What's important to take away from this is keep your digital hygiene better than your skincare routine, okay? I'm going to make that some patches. I'm going to give that out to people. I think that's cute, girly, modern. Let's play with it. That will probably be on my next live stream. But also, don't, what they say about your investments, like don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like don't put all your money in one bank, because if more banks are going to start experiencing ransomware attacks and make it hard for you to access your money, you need to be able to still get by, let's say for 2 weeks, with something else. So I'd make a backup bank, whether that's a local one, a big one, like a Bank of America or a Chase, whether that's a digital bank like Ally or Ely, I don't know how you say it, ALLY. Make sure that you got money available. I'd also take out some money, and put in cash, keep it in your sock drawer or whatever, because this is kind of a serious time for all this. I'm all about living your best life and calming the nervous system, but you really do have to be of an adult mindset when you're using the internet, and particularly when it comes to something that causes a lot of stress like money. So yeah, I just wanted to come out here and share this with y'all, and I hope that you set yourself up for success no matter what the breaches and the hackers are trying to do, okay? So I'll keep you updated as this goes. Like, did they steal my identity? Am I gonna be getting a new social security number? Just kidding. I don't even think they do that. I think they just freeze your credit and make sure you can't like take out any loans or something. But that's some research I'll get into. If you've ever experienced identity theft, please let me know, okay? All right. Peace out, and I'll see y'all soon.